So spoilers for Chapter 247 of Fortnite's The Apocalypse, but with the events of this chapter, I have concerns for the Knights of the Holy Grail, because this is the moment where we will see how this timey-wimey crap is going to basically change the course of the story, and if it'll stick. Because Lancelot just became Kath's new vessel. He is now the holder of basically 90% of the power of Chaos, and Kath will be in full control. Lance strength and infinite magic pool with the power of Chaos, with Kath being in control. That is the strongest thing the series has ever seen in its history. But the main concern I have right now is what happens to the Holy Grail Knights. These are the future children of the Fortnite's The Apocalypse that somehow came to this timeline through the dimension of Chaos Camelot. Now, we still don't know the details and how they got here, or even what their initial expedition mission from the real King Arthur in the future was. But the timelines, from what I can believe, fully diverge here. This is probably the nexus point of where the timelines split up. Now, they can do a Dragon Ball, and we all know how Nakaba Suzuki loves Dragon Ball, but we'll probably do a thing where the past changes, but the future that these characters came from will remain the same as a branching timeline. So they can probably still return to their timeline, but the future that we'll see now in Fortnite's The Apocalypse will be entirely different. But there's also the possibility of a paradox, where since the five of them are in the past, they're probably stuck here because their future no longer exists. With Lancelot now being Kath's vessel, their future probably no longer exists. There's no Camelot, there's no four knights who are now the heroes of Camelot under King Arthur's rule, and the real Arthur being returned to power, being the greatest king in the universe, basically. No. That is effectively gone, probably, and they're either going to be stuck here, and we'll have to help the four knights, or these five having to grow stronger alongside their past parents, because for all we know, the future versions of their parents would probably be able to handle current Kath/Lancelot now. But they'll have to get stronger, and they're probably going to be the deciding factor into being Lancelot at the end of the day and freeing him. Or they can go back to the future where, due to the diverging timeline, they will cease to exist. And I hope that's not the case, because I like these characters and I want to see more of them. And I do hope we go the Dragon Ball route of their timeline still existing, but them being stuck here in the past until things get, fixed or something like that. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to play out, but I'm intrigued, because now things are getting even more interesting.